What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by Lee, and guess who? The motherfucking queen of Big Brother Canada, Big Brother, period.
Big Brother,
the
period.
Queen of life,
North
the
America.
queen of the world. I don't even know what to say.
you
Miss
guys.
Ika Wong.
Every iteration.
I love you guys.
How you doing, Queen?
I'm so good. Oh my God, not Queen. Oh my God, stop.
How you been? Where you been at? Because you've been gone. People ain't seen you in a while. So just tell us about you. How you feeling?
I know. You know what? So I'm not as active on Twitter, but I'm pretty active on like other social media. I'm around. You know what? I just like don't want to be one of those players that like leave the show and then make it my whole personality. So I come
No
in
shade.
and out.
It's good to see you, though. It really is. It's good that you're here. Thank you so much for coming on.
The streets are saying you're not active enough on YouTube, though. What's
Oh my
that
God. I know. You know what? I need to get back on YouTube. Forgive me, my people over there on YouTube.
You're good, though. So, Ika, I do want to ask you before we even get started real quick.
Mhm.
So, hypothetically, next year, January comes around, you get a call from Arissa and the producers. And they say, okay, Ika, it's going to be All Stars. We want you on so bad. Oh my God, please. What you going to say, first of all?
I'm going to say I'm good. I'm joking. You know what? I mean, I feel like I've always said that I wouldn't play Big Brother again. I really feel like you guys got to see everything I had to give, but a part of me is like, well, the fandom wants to see it, maybe. So it's always a maybe, like a
and how much we got to pay
maybe
for that to be a yes?
Right.
Because
like, we will get to donating.
On me.
Look, what do you need? What are your requirements? So we can make sure we get this in. Like
you're so funny. I just feel like I'm a little older. Like I feel like I should leave that for the kids. No,
we can't even tell. You might as well be a kid yourself. Honestly, you're fine. You're fine. So, okay, we got your answer. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna let you have it. Talking about this season, let's get into it because two of the players on this season. First of all, Anthony and Spicy V. You did Spicy V's podcast. So, tell us a little bit about your relationship with these people.
You know what? So, okay, funny story. When Anthony was on season 7, I didn't know this, but we actually lived in the same condo building. And I didn't know. I had no idea that I lived like 2 floors below him. Like I had no idea. His friend saw me there one day and was like, "Oh my gosh, you're here." And I'm like, "Yeah." She thought I was there to interview. And I'm like, "No, I live here. I live in the building."
That's funny.
They were like, "Did Anthony come home?" I'm like, I didn't even know he lived here. So like we became friends, and Anthony is so cool in real life. I know that you guys watch him on the show, but he's so cool in real life. And then Spicy V, you know what? I feel like she left the show and she always showed me love. Like she was so nice. And so I just show her love back.
That's sweet. That's wonderful. Shout out to Jamar in the chat, y'all.
Oh my gosh, Jamar, my little brother, is here.
That's your friend. Too. But yes, okay. So it's good that you know them because you kind of know a little bit about them outside the game, and then they're in the game and they're playing it. How do you feel about them playing the game right now? Honestly, how are you feeling about them?
Because it's
like, okay,
a lot going on.
You know what? Like as a friend, like I'm very happy for them, right? Because I remember when I played my first time, I'm like, oh, like just let me go back, please, just let me go back, because I didn't really get a chance to really play how I wanted to play. So I was very happy that they got a chance to really go in and just show what they already had and a bit more, you know. So I'm happy for them from that perspective, that they're in and just playing the game that they love to play. So that's what I think.
I feel like I also found it interesting that like Big Brother Canada has done like 2 like returnee type of seasons, and they've both been with like newbies. Like, how much of a difference do you think that like actually plays into actually playing again, almost? Because it's like you're playing with people who are playing for the first time.
Yeah, you know what? So on my season, when I went in, we had a bit more of like the vets, like a bit more of them, right? I was more worried about the vets and not so much the new players. It was like they were just like over there.
Dimitri was right there.
No, not you, Dimitri. Dimitri's getting me food, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Dimitri was right here. He knew.
Not you, babe. But at the time, thinking that, so I feel like when you go in, because the vets are just so much more ruthless.
Right.
Then in your mind, you think like the new players are like, they're just like, la, 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 la. Like they don't have any idea like what the vets are really capable of. Like they're savages.
Yeah,
right.
That's very
Which
true.
is why they're getting played by Anthony left and right. Like it's nothing.
And we're gonna
it's honestly embarrassing. Like
it's very
get off the floor.
It's very embarrassing.
It is. We can get into it because we could just get into this week because it's happening right now. So this week starts off, and we kind of got to rewind a little bit to last week, because last week we saw Vivek and Dinis create this little bond, this little relationship, and Dinis all the way used the veto, saving Vivek from going home, all of that. This week, Vivek wins the HOH. It's like, ooh, these two can do something with this. Like, they're together, they're a duo. He won HOH. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to just target Bayleigh. He noms Bayleigh and Elisha. Kayla wins veto. She's like, I want to take my girl Bayleigh off the block. And that is when Anthony Daddy Douglas comes out of nowhere.
Not Daddy Douglas. Hold on.
Anthony Douglas, the king, the legend, decides he wants Dinis to go. He don't care who's best friends. He don't care who your number one is. He convinces Vivek to backdoor Dinis. I don't know how. Don't ask me. He all the way convinces him to do it. And now Dinis is back the fuck doored. Ciao.
I know.
I feel so bad for Dinis. I feel so bad for that man. Like, he's on a digital daily, is like distraught. Like when he said,
I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
I was literally. I'm not gonna lie. I was literally laughing a little bit. I was giggling because when he was like, "How are you going to win? How are you going to win?" That was a good question.
But when he said 10 years to be on the show and you ruined it, I was just like, man, like, cause he's really going home for no fucking reason.
You know what? Like when people say, "Oh, it's just a game," and like you shouldn't hold a grudge, and these are the reasons why you hold a grudge. Like this, like I will never forgive Vivek. I personally will hold a grudge against Vivek. So it's for the rest of his life, like forever and ever and ever. Like
I'm gonna forever stay pressed. Like this.
Yeah, like you know what? Like it's like two separate feelings, because I'm watching Anthony and Spicy play, and I have feelings about them playing, right? Mm-hmm. But I still do like have favorite newbies that I'm just like, you know. Mm-hmm. And Vivek.
let me say, with Vivek, I did initially kind of like Vivek. I liked that he was playing the game hard, and then now it's like, it's like just a slow burn. It's like a crash and burn kind of like, what happened, baby? Because
he's the person that will like drop his friends who are actually his friends to go hang out with cool people. Ooh. Like he's not a true friend. Like and I really don't like to
got it clocked.
You know, like I don't want to like bash anybody, but you can't help but like feel for Dinis, like when you watch the pain and hurt in his, like I would have swung. I think I would have fought him.
Honestly. You mean to tell me I just saved your entire gang? You're sitting here because I used veto on you. And you're gonna backdoor?
No,
backdoor. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I would have fought him.
in that room, Dinis is better than me because I don't know if I would have swung, but I definitely wouldn't have been as nice as
the pool table would be on the ground. It's flipped over,
and it's the way he stood there looking like
right.
It was the whole face. It was everything. Like it was irritating.
Like what? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna let you talk, and of course you are. There's nowhere you could go. Like please.
And he was like, "You're not gonna win. I wouldn't do this if I didn't win. I need him out next just for that.
I need him gone.
I need him out
immediately. Honestly, I definitely agree. It was just it didn't make any sense. It's like at first, and it was weird because you saw in the digital dailies him battling with Anthony. He's like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing Dinis, by the way. So you can stop saying Dinis's name. And it's like you kept saying that over and over again. And then he was saying, is this a bad move? Like, am I doing the wrong thing? It's like you went through every stage of grief, and then you still put this man up. What are you doing, sir?
No, he's unhinged. He's unhinged.
The nerve to break down in tears in the HOH. I just
what are you crying for?
I just can't. Get up.
Stand on it.
Get up
on it.
If you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do it.
And please, Vivek, because that was crazy. That man used to be. You are going home. You are going home. Yeah, like literally, that was crazy. That was so crazy. So basically, what happened was, because let's dive into it.
Yeah. Wait, hold on just a second, because I'm hearing them. Dimitri, can you please turn it down, please? The disrespect.
He needed to hear. He can't hear. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
How unprofessional. No, can I tell you guys? Like, side note, he was over here sharing out food, banging around plates, and I'm just like, really? And then he's downstairs. The TV was cranked all. I'm like, no, you're not.
Not in a whole nother room.
Reconvene.
Okay. So what happened was initially Vivek was gonna stand on business, and he was just gonna take out his target Bayleigh, and that's what he was rocking with.
And that was done from the beginning. But
and that was our. Let's get into because I do want to get into that real quick because he was only targeting Bayleigh because Spicy V. And it's no shade to Spicy V, but Spicy V of all people had convinced you that you needed to target Bayleigh. It's like, baby, you need to get it together because first of all, you and Bayleigh was cool. Y'all had a good relationship. And then now all of a sudden y'all going after each other. I don't understand why. You said you needed to target Anthony because he's this big ass, dominant player. And then you didn't do it. And then you were standing on targeting Bayleigh. And who was and Elisha. What is this? No shade. But what are you doing? That was already crazy.
It's definitely what I could just say. Like, he's gonna throw away his closest allies to be kind of with the quote unquote cool kids. Like he feels like being with Victoria and Anthony is gonna give him safety. And like I understand that logic, but you're too far gone. And it also doesn't make sense to take out your closest ally. Like, first of all, Todd is right there. I don't know how Todd keeps getting motherfucking ignored. Like, if you're gonna do it, at least take out people that you're not actively working with. Dinis all the way use veto on you. He could win more vetoes in competitions in the future. He could be a target in front of you, and you're taking him out. I just don't get it. It's just delusional.
When Dinis said to him, I regret nothing in my life but using that, I felt it in my soul. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
literally.
He admit that.
When he, I felt I feel like he's in need of support group. Like
honestly, because what?
Yeah,
your dream gets snatched away by a dummy. No
for some
shade.
Bullshit.
Like literally.
It makes no sense.
I would never forgive Vivek. Am I saying his name right? Vivek, right?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I honestly don't know. But yes, sure.
Vivek, I would never forgive
Vivek,
him.
Vivek.
He's my least favorite player on the show, along with Avery, but we'll get into that later on.
Girl, and spill that tea because you got the tea. But so what happened was, and this is, I do think that Vivek is ruled by his emotions a little bit, because we saw scenes of him crying with Anthony, him feeling so much sympathy with Spicy V. Spicy V is a very sympathetic person when she's being fake with you, no shade. So when she was being fake with him and like playing the game, like in a positive way, when she was playing the game with him, she was pretending to be so caring and so sensitive about what he was doing. Anthony was crying with him, fake crying. You know, Anthony wasn't crying for real. And then Kayla apparently has very good bonds and relationships socially with everyone in the house. So there was this alliance created with Anthony, Spicy V, Kayla, and Vivek. It is fake to 3 of the 4.
Hell.
And I guess Vivek thinks it's real. And it's probably because he feels these connections to these people. And it's like, baby, you know, Spicy V just nominated you. Please be serious.
But he's also one of the first people in the house to clock Anthony's game. Like, he was one of the first people in Digital Ladies that we see say, you know, Anthony, he's a little dangerous player. Like, he's someone you have to worry about down the line. I don't understand how he's abandoning that logic here. Like, that is still true. And Dinis is straight up saying it. Like, you have to weaken Anthony's power structure. Now, a part of me don't mind because it's Anthony. And, I mean...
No, not just the 2 of us. It's the 2. No.
Okay, but
we
it's
have
okay.
Dimitri downstairs acting up. We have
Lee over here acting up. It's getting crazy. But we got a question for you, Ika, so it works out fine. Theodore says, we love you, Ika, and Lee and Pharaoh, of course. Not we secondary. Thank you. Now, Ika, I bet you everyone is curious. If you had to shred 3 letters from BB Can 12 cast, who would it be and why? Remember, keep it real. Period, because we do keep it real here.
No, you know what?
If you had to shred 3 letters.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's a good question.
I'm going to shred Vivek's because he doesn't need to receive anything nice.
He deserves it.
He doesn't need to reserve. He doesn't deserve anything nice from anybody right now. Okay. I'm going to shred it because like he is the most disloyal. He is the most like, you know, I've been watching Big Brother for a bit, like off and on. Like I haven't really gotten into the last few seasons, but this season I got into it for obvious reasons. And I haven't had anyone really irk my soul the way he irked my soul. And that is why I would shred his letter. I'm shredding that letter. I'm going to shred Avery's letter because she is, oh my God, she's very annoying to me.
Clock it.
To me, okay? To nobody else but to me.
Shout out to Avery.
It's no shade at all. It's no shade at all.
No shade. She's annoying to the people in the house. They said it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, she's really annoying to me. Like there's something about her that's also irritating to me. And I would shred that letter for sure. Okay. And then the other letter that I would shred, like I love this person, but you know, like if I am looking out for the audience, I'm going to shred Spicy V's letter because nobody likes her rat. Nobody likes her rat. So I'm gonna shred that letter.
Nothing but realness over here. You at the right place. The real in reality. I know that.
I'm going to shred it and then repent later. Like, but so I was shredding.
Period.
Oh my God, Lee, what was you saying before you left?
Girl, I forgot. Shit, I don't even remember. I don't know how I left, but girl, we back.
Anyways, so that fake alliance was created, and when Kayla won veto, they basically used that alliance, specifically Anthony, used that alliance to convince Vivek what to do. But before they decided on what they wanted to do, we saw that the girls were kind of like, Bayleigh needs to stay so bad, and they feel like Anthony does not, because the main core is the hot chocolates, and there's 4 girls and there's Anthony, and the 4 girls feel like Anthony doesn't seem like he cares about us because we want Bayleigh to stay, but really we want to evict Elijah. They wanted to evict Elijah, who's in the directors, for Bayleigh to stay, who's not in the directors. And to me, I was confused because I just said it. Elijah's in the alliance, in the whole alliance, and Bayleigh isn't. So I get why they would want to keep Bayleigh. It is safety, but I also don't get it because y'all just voted out Donna. Spicy V backdoored Donna. So I'm confused.
Like, I think honestly, like, it's a lot of overthinking. Like, I think that's what happened last week with the Donna vote. Like, y'all took out an ally that was loyal to you guys, who was going to work with you to take out people that you didn't want in the game, like a Tola, like a Todd, maybe, or just people around Anthony. It's like, I don't understand how you can make that decision and then turn around and be like, oh, now let's keep Bayleigh. And they're going with this whole idea that for some reason that Anthony doesn't want them to target any of the guys. When, in all honesty, I haven't seen any evidence of that. Like, they're assuming that he's kind of playing them when really y'all are just being paranoid as hell. Especially Spicy, because Spicy will have a conversation with the girls about how I can't trust Anthony anymore. I think he's doing this. I think he's doing this. Is Lexus telling Matt things, and that's why Anthony want to keep Matt in. And they should go to Anthony and be like, yeah, the other girls, they feel like you need to just be open and honest about targeting some of the guys. And he was like, I mean, I only need to do that with Bayleigh because Bayleigh isn't in the hot chocolates. But what Spicy V is failing to mention is that she feels this, and so do the other girls in hot chocolates, because of what, from my opinion, she is sharing. It's just like, it's a lot of just like miscommunication and not a lot of open dialogue. Like today, there was a big discussion about them being scared that Anthony won't go after any of the guys. And when Spicy talked to Anthony, he was like, I don't care if y'all go after Tola. Go after Tola. Like, you should be going after Todd. Oh, girl, it's happening again.
That is happening again.
But Ika, how do you feel about what basically that whole thing? Because Spicy V is doing a lot.
Okay, she is doing a lot. Like, she's doing way too much. I remember thinking to myself, I feel like I thought she would have done really well this season. You know, I'm like, oh, she needs some loyalty. You know, she didn't really have that on her season. She is just unhinged.
Yep.
She is unhinged. She is unhinged. And like, I don't know if it's a combination of being unhinged and bored, or unhinged or bored. Like, but it's a couple of those that she has going on. You know what I mean? And like, she will, and you're right, like she will get into a conversation and she will be like, so like, I don't trust Anthony and da-da-da-da-da. And the girls will, because they trust her, they'll say like, yeah, like I kind of, you're right. And and also, you know, I feel this way and da-da-da-da-da. And then she'll go to Anthony and say, you know, the girl said this. Right. People like that really scare me because, you know, because like she's not lying, but she's lying because she made them say it.
Yeah, it's very backwards. And it's very interesting that she does it with Anthony, because it's like she's withholding information from Anthony because she kind of feels this way about it, but she doesn't want him to know she feels this way about it. But also Anthony is being so open with her. And it's like, if you're just open with him, it's going to work out. He's trying to do what's best for the girl. It's the same shit with Donna. Hold on. Because it's people trying to do the best for the group that they're in with Spicy V, and they're operating off of that, and she's getting paranoid about it. Anthony's like, I just feel like the best thing for the group is to target Vivek, to target Bayleigh, target whoever it might be. And she's feeling like, well, he doesn't want us to target Tola. But honestly, the truth is, Tola ain't targeting y'all. Honestly, and right now, if Bayleigh, first of all, Bayleigh is targeting Anthony, so they're low-key lying. But second of all, if Bayleigh isn't targeting y'all, then stand on business and say that. Also, why wasn't she in the direct? It's like so much stuff you could have done instead of just lying to Anthony and low-key wanting him out. Also, with Donna, same shit. If you felt like Donna was getting too close to Todd, backdoor Todd, Buki.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like she doesn't trust other people because she's not trustworthy. You know what I mean? So
you be clocking the tea.
Get back in the house. Just get back in the house. I don't know. Just play the game again. I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Like when somebody is really like so paranoid about other people and what they're doing, it's because they know what they're capable of. Right?
They know what they have to do.
So it's a lot of projection, right? So she will change things last minute. So she's worried about things changing last minute. You know what I mean? So she's like that, but it's so crazy because in real life, she's not like that. So I'm just like, what is going on here? Girl, I'm trying to root for you. Come on.
Get it together.
I imagine that because like I watched some of her content and I just thought like, especially this first week, like she's gonna come in here. This is a changed woman. I was like, oh, girl, Ika, your crown maybe shifted a little bit. Is she coming?
It wasn't.
But it didn't move at all. I
was rooting, you know, and I'm still rooting for her because Big Brother is such a hard game. And even me, like I look back and I'm like, oh, like I wish I didn't make that decision. And I wish I'd done things differently, especially my first season. Like I'm just like, ooh, the embarrassment, forget, you know, it never happened. Those things never happened.
We don't know her. We don't know her.
You know? So like I try to give grace where it's like, okay, I think she feels both things at the same time. I think she wants to be loyal to Anthony, but she has these doubts about him. So she says it. And then when she hangs out with him, she's like, oh my gosh, like he's actually nice. Like me just, the girl said this about you. Like, it's not me. I just act like that because they are acting like that. You know, I think she means it when she's in the space with the person, but she is truly just unhinged.
Yeah, and a little delusional. And me personally, I'm not rooting for her anymore. I'm not personally rooting for her anymore. If she gonna fuck up my man game, then she can go to fuck home. Because look,
Pharaoh is the biggest poutine poppy stan. Okay,
I'm a Dougie Nader, a poutine poppy Nader, an Anthony Nader, whatever you want to call me. I stand Anthony Douglas. You heard it right here. Thank you. So anyone who speaks up against my man can go to fuck home. And since Spicy B and Avery has something to say, then Spicy B and Avery, y'all can get out of the house. And honestly, I think they're gonna do it to themselves because they talking about Lexus too. Lexus ain't worried about nothing but her man.
That's what I was just about to get into. Like, I fear that Spicy, Avery, and Kayla's downfall is the overthinking. Because to even still question Lexus's loyalty, she's loyal to the directors in the hot chocolates. Like, I don't see how she's wavered from that at all. And like, they're upset because Anthony keeps shutting down that Lexus is playing them because it's not happening. And they're like, well, that's an example of him not listening to us. Why isn't he listening to us? And it's like, because you're talking about bullshit, just like you did last week with Donna. Y'all not making no sense. Anthony is playing the game well. And I think he's seeing things correctly. And he understands like what moves need to be made. I'm not saying you have to follow his every word because of course he's playing for himself. But at the end of the day, y'all not helping yourself with the decisions y'all throwing out. Donna, the target, let's vote out Goose in the alliance that we just created like last week. Like that makes so much sense. Like I just don't get it.
It doesn't. And the issue is, I think the issue is that Spicy V is Spicy V. And she's with Avery, who is a follower, and it's no shade. But Avery gladly wants to be Spicy. I feel like it's a compliment to her. She wants to be, Avery V. And so we have Spicy V, we have Avery V. And then the issue is
Kayla V.
Kayla V. But no, I don't, and this is what I'll say about Kayla real quick. I think Kayla is the type of player, and I was telling you this, I think Kayla is the type of player to play similarly to whoever she's the closest ally with. I feel like if she was in the game and her closest ally was Ika, she would play more like Ika. But since her closest ally in the game is Spicy V and Avery, she acting up like Spicy V and Avery. I think Kayla is a different type of, she is an entity that can have differences than what she's doing right now. But when she's in this mixture with the craziness, it's just a lot of craziness going on. And it's like, it's just way too much. But so Ika, Lily Lou says, this live stream is proof that Ika is needed back in the Big Brother Canada house. And then why are you bothering our queen? Hashtag Team Ika. Period. Aww. So I just want to let you know you should be back in the Big Brother Canada house. Thank you. I'm gonna keep reminding you the whole. But anyways, so after this alliance was formed and then Kayla won the veto, Anthony decided that since we're disagreeing, since the girls want Elijah out, which don't make sense, and then he's like, Bayleigh can go, which don't make sense. He's like, let's come up with the third option. And the third option, which is so crazy to me, was Dinis. And the reason it was crazy is because it doesn't technically make sense. Dinis just used a veto on Vivek. Why would Vivek ever put up Dinis? But this is what I will say. Something about the greatest players in Big Brother is they are going to do stuff that might not make sense. Dan Giesling be talking about roulette and shit, and he be winning the games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a bunch of things that get thrown at the wall from the greatest players in Big Brother history, and really, it's smart. Even Kiefer saying Jed will use the veto on Beth instead of himself. It was really just a random thought he had. And he was like, you know what? Let's actually try to make that happen. And when you actually try something that sounds crazy and it works, it's because you're trying shit that sounds crazy. Start doing crazy shit, low key, but not like Spicy V crazy. Do keep crazy, or not even him. Do Ike crazy. I don't know. Do something. But
it's about taking risks though. Like that's really what it comes down to. Like if you ignore things because you don't think it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. And in Big Brother Canada, it's gonna happen.
Especially.
I think the thing too with Anthony, right? Because I see so much like Anthony slander on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, Wow. Okay, because I'm not only defending him because he's my friend, but I'm gonna say this. What did you want him to do? Because when you walk into the Big Brother house, perception's everything. Okay, perception's everything. If Anthony walked in baking cookies, they would say, "Oh my God, like he's so fake. Like when will the real Anthony emerge?" Right? If Anthony walked in and like was humble and like meek and not being into that, that Anthony persona, they would say, "Oh my God, like he ain't shit. Like, ooh, like we thought he was a king, but he's really not," right? But you have to almost go in and be even like grander and bigger than what they even thought you were, because they need to know, like, if you're going to take this shot, please make it count, because I swear I'm coming for you. And that's what I did when I walked in. Oh, you think you haven't seen the bitch yet. I promise you. You know what I mean? So whereas like Spicy V walked in and she almost had an easier road than Anthony did, to be honest. Like she had an easier road to kind of like get in, and she did. She has an amazing social game. Like she's the one who's like ruining her own social game, to be honest. Like she's the one, like she'll be her own downfall. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm still rooting for her, so please keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. I'm still rooting for her. Like I want to see her get her flowers. I want to see. We're only week 3. We're only week 3, so I'm hoping that she will get. And sometimes it takes a little while to get there. Like I'm hoping she'll get into her own, and then I just want her to end the rat role. Like that role is not for you, babes. Let Avery have that role. That is not for you. Okay, like you did not come back on a season to be a rat. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, literally. I will say with the Anthony thing, like I agree with like what he should be doing in the game is not being fake. Also, don't pretend that you're not Anthony. We know you're Anthony, baby. But also, I like the strategy you're saying, like where he's like being even grander, because it makes people scared. It makes me a little scared. Like I'm not going to come out. Like they don't want to come after. They don't want to come after him, and I do think that works. My fear is I feel like at first I was saying it was like overconfidence, which I still think there is a little bit of that. But I feel like it's more so him not realizing that Spicy V is a little spicy, because you're working. His closest ally is the worst closest ally you can have, and it's no shade. And I feel like if he doesn't realize. I feel like if he doesn't realize that that could be his downfall. It's not realizing that Spicy V needs to be, managed, or else she's going to get spicy real quick. Right. Yeah. And I'm afraid of that for him. And I feel like because he's confident in his relationship with her and confident in his position with the hot chocolates, which should be unspoken, no shade, but because they're doing a lot of wavering, I feel like because he's so confident in it and it's not really a stable thing, he needs to realize that, or it's gonna be some problems. I'm scared.
I think that's why he's really holding on to Matthew. Like he's really he's like, you know what? Like in case it gets shaky, like he's really trying to protect himself from all angles. But that's what's upsetting Spicy, because Spicy likes to have people to herself. Like the moment she's territorial. The moment she sees, like in the Lexus situation, she's like, wait a minute, like she has Anthony defending Lexus is the worst thing he could do. Just like throw her under the bus, Anthony, drive it over. Like, like she could go too, like if you want, like, but like just just be lie. But because the moment you start defending Lexus, like, Spicy wants to be that number one person in everyone's life. And if you make her feel secondary at any point, she feels very like threatened, and she will lash out.
You're spilling, because I said that exact same thing, because that's what I got from Big Brother Canada 9 is I was telling Lee, I was like, I actually don't think she'll come after Anthony. She'll come after anybody she thinks Anthony is close to. That's what happened with LaToya. She wanted to be cool with Tashawn and Jed, and LaToya was cool with Tashawn and Jed, and she was like, okay, LaToya can go. Okay. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. Matt or Lexus can go easily for her if they're too close to Anthony, which is what it's seeming like he's protecting them. They're not actually closer than she is to him, but he's protecting them, and it's making her feel some type of way. So I definitely think that that's what's going on. So after they all conglomerated, decided that the target needed to be Dinis, which was so thrown out of the wall, Anthony coaches Kayla to how she needs to speak to him. Because Kayla was asking, and so he coaches her on how she should speak to him. He coaches Spicy V should go in after that, and then he goes in after that. And it's not even no shade. That's exactly what the fuck happened.
Exactly what happened.
So when they did their little plan, and they all end up in the room with Vivek basically got slam dunked into putting up.
They strong armed him down. Like, it was so crazy watching it because it's like he even starts that conversation with the three of them, like, I'm not doing it. And he ends it with, well, if this is the move I have to make to prove to you guys, it's like,
all
wow.
right, guys, shaking their hand and shit.
And I really just have to give Anthony his chance because, like, watching it, it's just like, wow, like this mind. Because, like, to see Kayla walk in the room, like, I'm telling y'all, to see Kayla walk in the room and be like, well, he said this. And he's like, okay, go up there and say this. And then Spicy's like, okay, what should I go up there and say? And he tells her exactly what to go say. Vivek is asking him, oh, what should I do as HOH? And he's doing exactly what this man is suggesting. Like, girl, I want to drink some of the Anthony Kool-Aid, girl. Is it that good?
No, you want to drink. I'm so done with you. I'm done with you. When Anthony comes out, he's going to be selling Kool-Aid now.
Good. And it will sell out. If I got to buy it all, I might buy it all myself. I don't know.
It's just such masterful gameplay. Like, all of this came from Anthony's mind. And it's just always so interesting to see, like, people just throw scenarios at him. And he's like, okay, we'll go do that. And they go do it.
Yeah, no, he's very impressive. Like, I really respect a good game player. And it's so crazy because, and I have to gag because when the caliber of player that he is compared to, like, it's so uneven. It's unmatched. Like, I really wish he was on an all-star season, like, and I don't say that to say that he wouldn't do as well. I think he would do well. I just feel like he wouldn't be as bored.
Right.
Yeah, you got some actual competition, and it's no shade, but he would in the All-Star season. That
would be crazy. Oh God.
Well, that's what we needed, but we'll get it next season with you on it. So they convinced Vivek to actually backdoor Dinis. Dinis is backdoor. Dinis goes off. We talked about that.
Oh, poor Dinis. Oh my God, to his family. Oh my God,
he said, "Andrew, I'm gonna be home." He was like,
and because they've been on social media rooting down, like,
I love his family.
No, I really like that. I remember watching it on the digital dailies because I knew it was coming on. So like, let me just catch up because I'm coming on here and I can't come on here not knowing anything. And when that happened, I think I paused it, I rewounded it because I could not believe Vivek had the damn nerve. Like, to this day, like, I'm not, like, I remember, like, we're driving in the car, me and Dem, because we went to an event together. I'm like, can you believe what he did? Like, Dimitri is like, ooh. I'm like, Vivek.
Like, girl, honestly, it's that crazy for real.
You're supposed to be my friend, and you did, and that's, you know what? That's what got me, because Dinis said I knew that it wasn't good for my game to do all of that to protect you, and I did it anyways because you was my friend. We was cool. We were supposed to see each other. We were supposed to be good, and you wasn't really good on your side. You was a weak ass. You know what? Because
like, that's what he wanted to say.
That's what he wanted to say. That's why it could have never been me, because I would have just said, "You a weak asshole. You a weak asshole for that."
I would have had to say a few curse words. Sorry.
Yeah. He really composed himself really well. Like,
never be me.
I would have. I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, I would have to, like, they'd have to call me to the DR to sit there and lock me in that room for a little bit.
They would have called me to the DR 100%. So Dinis goes off on him just a little bit. He was being sweet, and then he goes to campaign. The campaign is working for, like, Bayleigh, kind of. Some of the girls are talking about it, but I don't know how he gonna stay. I feel like Dinis just gonna go.
Yeah, it's definitely like Bayleigh.
The people that left, like Donna. Okay, I'm not gonna say Dennis because he might stay. I feel like I wish those people were still in the house and, like, get rid of, like, Elijah. Tola could. Yes, get rid of Todd, Tola, and Elijah.
Yes,
and then put back Donna and Janine and leave Dennis in the house, and that's a show.
Come on,
because the other, like, what is Elijah giving us besides that laugh?
Child.
What is he doing?
If the laugh not gagging me,
I'm not
right. Gagging. The laugh ain't gagging me at all. All he's giving is Pawn the Star. Congratulations.
Yeah, like, it's just like
a placeholder on the block, and that's it. I don't know, But that was the week, y'all. It was a cute week. We can get into the ratings.
I do have one question for Ika.
Yes.
Okay. Which one do you think is the worst move, right? Vivek nominating his closest ally, or Kevin using the veto on you thinking he can get Dimitri out?
Oh my God.
What was that?
You know what? I will say, even though Kevin did that, because he did win. So then it's like all his little, it's so crazy because like how people rewrite history, but all of the moves that he made that didn't make any sense, all of a sudden it makes sense now because we're on the show.
That's how they do. That's how they do. Well, he won, so
all of a sudden it was like it was a master plan. No, you didn't know the hell we were doing. Stop. Like, you know,
he was gagged. Trust me. Like,
yeah,
no.
And you know, and since to this day I'm like, thank you, Kevin, because I got to stay. But Vivek is not gonna win. Like, he's not going
and that's
to
the
win.
issue.
And he's going down in history as like going to be worst player, the worst friend, the worst
all of that.
Everything. Like just everything is the worst for him.
You are the worst.
You are the worst. Like, give him the award because he's competing hard for that award. Give him the award.
At least he's cute. Beautiful face. I love that for him.
Yeah, beautiful gowns. Love it.
I'm finding hard to see the beauty right now, to be honest. I can't see anything. All I see is and I hate it when people like you have the nerve to backdoor people and cry. Like with Spicy V crying, Vivek crying. Like, why are you crying? I'm on the block. I'm going home.
Crying to me.
Why are you
At least don't cry in your corner. Why are you crying near me?
You crying. Don't piss me off.
Yeah, why are you crying? Stop the crying. It's the crying for me. The crying.
If you was gonna cry, why the fuck did you put me up? Stupid ass. I can't.
Not us cursing. We are cursing Vivek for filth right now. But you know what? Like, there's nothing. I don't think I'll ever forgive him because I hold a grudge. You know, there's people from season 5 that I still have not seen since season 5. 7 years.
I get it, baby. I get it.
I am not one of those ones. I'm not one of those ones where like, oh, it's a game. I don't hold a grudge. Mm-hmm. I will. If I did not like you in that space, I promise you, I want to get the energy in real life.
Right.
I don't.
You know, and I hope Dennis finds peace and just never forgives that man because I won't forgive him.
I think Dinis seems like a very. He seems forgiving. So
would you forgive him? Let me ask you, Lee. Would you forgive this man after you? Okay, hold on. He played in your face because you saved him with the veto. Okay, you saved him with the veto, and then on top of it, you had Anthony talking about that's what you do. You save your friend, playing in your face.
Now it would be fuck Anthony. Don't come in there. Don't come in there talking.
And then they wrapped each other up.
Don't come in there talking. And hug this shit. What the fuck is cute?
So now y'all best friends.
It would have been big.
It was a setup. It was a setup. And then the following, because remember, it's like, it's not even a good full week yet because the HOH happens right after eviction. You win the HOH, the POV happens, and not even a full week. You forgot that I was your friend.
I was your only friend.
The only. No, I would never forgive him. I would never forgive him.
I do think I would forgive him because, and let me
you
tell you
would
why.
forgive?
Let me tell you why.
No.
Let me tell you why. I think I would forgive Vivek because
you say anything, girl.
To me, I just feel like, and this ain't even I'm not even trying to be mean. I just will be like, poor baby. That's how I would feel. I would feel like
poor me. I'm going home week 3.
Poor me. Okay. After time has passed, it's next season. I would just be like, you didn't know no. I just see him as he didn't know no better. He just
can't forgive ignorance.
Not a child. No,
you can't forgive ignorance.
It's not a child.
You're telling me right now that if you have, because this is the equivalent to like having a friend who would drop you in high school.
I would never have a friend like that. And that's Dinis' problem. He shouldn't have won the veto and used it anyways. And I feel like I would have never used the veto anyway. Vivek, you could go home. No, nobody in that house is my friend for real. Dinis should not have. When Dinis said, and this is just to defend my man because he cute. When Dinis said, I messed up my game trying to save you and become your friend. That was your low key. Got to get in Dinis on that because that was your fault in the first place. You shouldn't have been winning vetoes and then not using and then using and then in the first place because, baby, no one is your friend in that house and you saw what just happened with your friend.
I'm telling you, sometimes you try to find I'm telling you, I've been there. Like, you try to find the friends. Like you try.
His friend should have been Anthony because that's what he would have got far in the game.
No, it was just how they all played in his face. Like it was just
he did play in his face though. I ain't even gonna lie.
I think that's the crazy thing. Like especially this season when it's like someone like Anthony, like it happened so fast, you don't know that it happened. So once they renominated or on the block, they're like, I don't know how this happened. They don't know how to get out of it, and that's so sad because it's like you just watch everyone be like, "Well, you're the problem, and you're going," and it's like he barely did anything.
Imagine like trying out for Big Brother, right? And you get on the show, and like you get on the show, and you're known as like Anthony's minions. Do you know?
I would never be that. I would never be that.
But I would. They're gonna go down. All of them. Kayla walking into the room, repeating word for word what Anthony told her. Spicy V, like when I tell you, like, are you not embarrassed? Because
the issue is like no one, especially when he wins, no one is even saying like, oh, I'm just pretending or nothing. Like they dead ass. They're so serious. And it's like, that's scary.
Okay, wait, I'm confused though, because I saw Spicy V looked at the cameras and she was like, I promise you, Canada, 2 girls will be in the end. What? Okay, so I'm wondering because she's telling Anthony everything the girls are saying. So what 2 girls? What 2 girls does she think?
Spicy and V. Spicy V and Victoria.
Literally
are the 2 girls that are going to
gotta be what you talking about,
and that's it. And maybe she meant the end like final 3, and then our final 2 will be her and Anthony. Because please,
I'm just really confused by it. I wish the house was confused by her, but the audience was not confused by her because I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what is she loyal to Anthony or is she loyal to like who is she loyal to?
The funny thing is, I don't even think 24/7 live feeds would help.
I don't. We would be even more confused. Honestly, the more information, the more confused we would be. So honestly, I'm glad we just get this glimpse or whatever. Let's get into the player ratings, though, guys. Let's rate the players. Let's rate the players. This is the exciting part. Rika. So you can go from 0, which we'll be giving out, to 10. You can do 0.5. So if you want to give somebody a 0.5,
yeah, because the 0 is kind of mean. Okay.
Well, we'll still give them out.
Well, Vivek, he kind of deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. So we start off with Donna because Donna was the last person evicted, and now that her game is fully done, we kind of just rate her based on her entire game. Like, how do we feel like she is as a player overall? And then everyone else will do.
So we're rating them as a player overall, or like how they stand in the house, or as a player overall.
So Donna is a player overall. Everyone else is kind of a mixture, like how they're standing, their position, and how they are as a player. So it's kind of like a lot of different stuff with everyone else. But Donna is just overall because she already out. No shade. Okay. So how do you stop saying that? How did you feel about Donna as an overall player now that she's gone?
You know what? I liked watching her in the house. I think like she had a lot of personality. I don't. No, I'm feeling such a judge. Like I don't know what she really did wrong. Why like Spicy turned on her and like everybody else did. So I'm going to give her a 5 because she's pretty.
I like that. No, that's because she's pretty.
The face part is T.
The face card is T, the body is T, and I love that. That's basically what I said. I agree with the 5, but also because I don't feel like her game was bad, like you said, because Spicy V took her out based off of literally nothing.
Yeah.
There's not like I'm not gonna say you played bad. You played okay. I'm gonna give you a 5. You did good while you was there, and you got out randomly. Lee, how you feeling?
I mean, 5 as well for the same exact reasons. Like she went home for no reason at all. And then what I noticed in the exit interviews too is that she seems very aware of the reasons why she was also targeted too. I just feel like if she were to play again, like she wouldn't get taken out randomly, so she could go far because she was not supposed to be the second boot this season. Like honestly, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, she did explain that in her exit interviews. And speaking of exit interviews, guys, we are doing the exit interviews this season. So tune into our channel every Thursday because we will be posting the exit interviews. Also, if you're watching on Twitter or any other site, go ahead and go to YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, watch all the ads. Thank you. And thank you guys for supporting. Okay, bye. All right, so Todd, we can talk about Todd, who was our lowest rated player last week. He will be very low again this week, and it's no shade. Well, yeah, actually, it is shade.
It's all shade, actually.
He will be very low again this week. And what I will say about Todd, I'll say a positive first. I like that Todd is self-interested. We did see on, was it the Digital Daily Alert episode? We saw this week that he was like, Bayleigh keep asking me to throw my game away for her. I'm not doing that. And it's like, oh, okay. You're not just wallpaper. You're actually wanting to be in the house. And I do like that one thing. And last week I gave him a 2.5. And because of that one thing, I will keep him at the 2.5. Period.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not gonna go lower because he's. You know what? I'll give him the 3. I'll give him the 3 because he wants to be in the house. He wants to play the game and he wants to play for himself. So I fucks with that. Lee, how you feeling about him?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we don't get much from Todd continuously, and like I do understand that he gets that part of the game, but like I think that's big brother.
And that's all.
Be self-interested. So I feel like I'm not gonna applaud the fish for swimming on this one. Like he should be doing that. But what else is it giving? The thing is, no one is seemingly going after him. I don't know why, but no one is targeting him necessarily. It also seems like now the hot chocolate girlies plus Bayleigh kind of are starting to want to try and use him to do what? I'm assuming go after Matt and Lexus. But, you know, I can see him being here for a while, unfortunately. I'm going to stick with the 3, though, because it's not giving much else.
Period.
Yeah, it's a period for me. That's okay, Todd. Honestly, Todd is a little unbearable for me to watch. Like he just talks so slow, and I'm Jamaican, so I'm gonna get it out super fast.
The reason I voted Donna was because I feel. Come on,
it's now, it's really slow, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll give him like a 4 because I feel like if he does win HOH and he gets into power, he possibly could just like have a mind of his own and do whatever he wants without being heavily influenced. No, right. He won't. You don't think so?
But it's great that you're sweet.
I mean,
I'm trying for him. I'm trying for him. Like, but like because he hasn't gotten any power yet, I can't just like, you know, like dog on him because it's the people who got power that you could say, listen, like you got power and I saw everything that you did with it, where he hasn't gotten power yet. So
that's true.
He should talk slow and lay low.
I love that. I don't necessarily think that he will just be ran. Honestly, I mean, we'll see. I won't be surprised if he does. But I feel like because he has so many conversations that honestly are not involving working with Anthony really at all. Like he's like one of the only people in the house who I feel like have not tried in some way to get close to Anthony. Like he seemingly does not care.
And I will say
that's interesting.
What I will say, when I was thinking him getting ran, I didn't think it was going to be by Anthony. I think he'll get ran by Spicy V or a girl. Okay. I don't think he'll be ran by Anthony because he doesn't seem to be under that spell. But I do think he can still get ran by somebody else or a conglomerate of people. Because similar to Vivek, like a bunch of people came to him, told him this is what they should do. He did it. Child. Next is Tola. Tola was low as well. No shade. Lee, how do you feel about Tola?
I mean, I think just similar to Todd. Like at this point, I'm kind of over Tola and Todd. Like I just feel like y'all not giving me anything at all, and it's annoying as fuck that people that I actually enjoy are going home. Like just give me something at least. Like I just feel like Tola is definitely gonna get ran if he gets an HOH. And like I just don't know what else he's gonna give in this game. Like he's really just here and not being targeted. So I guess it's a 3.
That's sweet. I get how you feel.
Yeah, you know what? Did I say I would shred his letter? Because I would shred his letter too. He is so irritating to me as well, just because he just literally does nothing. And he's trying to be in like cool playing pool. No, I'd give him a 2 because I want him gone.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with Tola. I'm not fucking with Todd either.
Same
But
person.
I feel like less with Tola. I don't even think people want to use him that much. I think Anthony wants to use him, and I think that's great. But a lot of more people seem like they want to use Todd. All the girls, and when it comes to the use wars and who wants to use the more people, there's more people wanting to use Todd than Tola. So I kind of feel better about Todd than Tola, but barely. Barely, but I'm just thinking next week the possibility of people winning HOH. I feel like there's so many of the girls here, and all the girls do good at comps. It's like I feel like a lot of them will target Tola. So if I'm thinking of next week's target, it could be Tola over Todd. So I don't even know why I'm saying all this because who cares? They both suck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
honestly,
give him a 2.5 though.
I only gave him a 2 because I personally just don't really care for him. But like, do I think he could? But you know what I mean? But do I think because I'm rating these people a little bit differently in my mind. Do I think like he would stay longer than Todd? I think it's like 50-50, sure, or whatever. But he doesn't give me anything. So it's a 2.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, like both of them could end up making top 5 and probably will not.
Yeah. And it's still not, and you're still not gonna do nothing at top 5. Next we have Bayleigh. Ika, how are you feeling about Bayleigh?
Bayleigh is so unhinged, but in like a funny way.
Yeah,
she's so unhinged. Holy, I could not imagine being in a house where she is. Bayleigh. Okay, so I feel like she is at the bottom of the girls and at the bottom of like the whole Anthony situation over there as well. But I do think that she worked her way into a position where Spicy is okay with her, it seems, and they're now targeting Lexus and Kayla. So I'm gonna give Bayleigh, I'll give her a 5 as well. I feel like, you know what, she's entertaining us. But I don't know if she's confident enough to make the moves that she needs to make to entertain me outside of the house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is she going to do to entertain us? Like, to make the game spicy? I don't know if she has the backing to do it, and I'm not sure she will. So I'll give her a 5.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't know if she has a chance either. Like, I feel like she just might not get the chance to, or even she was talking today on the Digital Daily with the girls, and they were talking about the potential of taking out Anthony, and Bayleigh was the main one who was saying, well, we got to wait till we got the numbers. Let's not do it too quick. And it's like, dang, of all the people in the car to be confident with it, it needs to be you because, baby, you're not even working with him. And she didn't seem super confident about it. I think she did do a good job at working her way in a better position. And I think it's her proximity to Anthony. She's always had this questionable relationship with him this whole time. And then she always has had a relationship with the girls, and it's gotten her literally vetoed this week. She's not even on the block anymore. The person who mainly would have targeted her, Vivek, can't win the next HOH. So it's like, I feel like there's a lot of scenarios next week where she just doesn't even get targeted. I feel like Anthony's now saying, okay guys, we can use Bayleigh since the girls are being dramatic about it. So I think she could stay maybe 2 more rounds, and that's really good for her. And I think she did do some work, but I'm just scared at her long term. I feel like it's not really there. So I'm gonna give her a 4.
You guys were tough,
girl. Yeah, girl. We be bad.
Not the 2s and the 4s.
But I mean, I just with Bayleigh, my issue is that like I can't trust that she will have longevity in this game because the people that she's working with, her only allies, all the girls, will flip on her in a hot minute. She was a target this week. They were first fine with it. They randomly switched up because they're random, and that's how she stayed. Like, she could easily go home next week if they decide they don't need her anymore. And I think that's my fear. I don't think she's a savvy enough player from what we've seen to be able to get them to feel like she is needed past a certain point. Like, I don't see them wanting to bring Bayleigh anywhere near the end game, which they should, because look at how they were able to basically take out her closest ally, backstab her just as much as they did Donna, and now she's reeled back in. Doesn't seem to be questioning really anything. So I feel like they should be putting more work into her, but I don't know if they will keep that up. I think she could easily just be put back on the chopping block. So I'm gonna say it's a 3.5 because she was still because she was still nominated this week. So I'm just like, I don't know. I need a little bit more.
I'm gonna bring her down too. I was waiting because I was like, if you give her a 3.5, I was like, if you give her a 3.5, I'm gonna give her a 3.5 as well.
Tired of you.
It's not
okay. I mean, to be fair, Aka, you would have been getting 10s if you became 5. So
Ah!
I mean,
it would have been. It's gonna be, we go.
So nice.
Definitely 10s if BB can. Not you said really. Yeah, definitely. Now, this next person, beautiful gowns.
Beautiful.
Is Vivek. Now, it's gonna be a
girl. You might
zero.
not even change that number for me.
It's gonna be a 0 for me.
I'm done.
Vivek has done negative work for his game.
Like it should be negative work.
he was working with only one person in the house, truly, because he helped Spicy V make him turn against Bayleigh. He was very turned against Bayleigh. He was targeting her at the beginning. That was stupid because she's not nowhere in the power structure. He didn't target no one in the main power structure, which he claimed to know about. Clearly he didn't. Then he agreed and is sure and certain about this fake alliance with 4 people who he know isn't working with him. And then he agreed to backdoor his only ally in the game, who he knows is his only ally in the game. And now he thinks he won't even be a target nowhere near to come, which I mean, he might not because he's so stupid, like because he's like not really that girl. But hey, we're here now. I'm just gonna have to keep it at the 0. Keep it at the 0. It's crazy. I'm just gonna have to leave a 0 right there because it's not giving a lot for me. I'm rooting. No, I'm not. So, Lee,
not you root.
How are you feeling?
I have to give him the 0. Because like there are different things that go into this. Sometimes I consider win equity. I consider like longevity in the game. But like what he did this week trumps that. I'm sorry. He deserves the 0. He didn't do anything good this week. And like, unfortunately, what really pisses me off is that he probably won't go next week. They're talking about keeping him, which they should. Mm-hmm. He's dumb. Why would you take him out? You just convinced the man to take out his closest ally. Clearly ain't nothing going on up there. So I would keep him too. But at the end of the day, with the way he's playing, there is no way he wins this game. And he made just one of the dumbest moves probably of the season so far. And it's like, people are going to remember that. You're always going to be the guy that took out his closest ally because Anthony made you, basically. So I just feel like he got to get the 0 for that. Like, it may go up if he can somehow make it the jury.
I cannot. But has anybody ever gotten all 0s? Okay. You know what? For Vivek, I was going to feel sorry for him and give him like a 0.5, but I'm not. I'm going to leave him at 0. I'm going to leave him at 0, and only because he's nasty work. What he did, what he did was literally unforgivable. And I mean, you know what? The sad part is he will stay longer because why would you get rid of somebody who is that you could just control so easily? Like Anthony won't want to get rid of him. Anthony's like, please let him stay. Right. But because of what he did, and just the way he did it and the crying and I'm going to leave him at the 0 because I haven't forgiven him. So I'm not going to feel bad for him.
Fuck Dinis. I haven't forgiven him.
Yeah, I have not forgiven him. Like I feel so bad for Dinis. Like, so he could stay, he could have the egg.
Yeah. And Dinis said it. Dinis really said it best. How are you going to win after this? Please. And it's like you're not. Next is Dinis though, which is cute.
How is that?
Right, I know, right? They were right next to each other last week because they were literally best friends in the same position. Like they had the same opportunity to do the same things and work together, and they did not. But hey, we moved. Lee, how you feeling about Dinis?
I just feel so bad. Like we keep saying it, but like thinking about it, like because I'm putting myself in his shoes.
Oh, I'd cry.
And I'm just like that. Like would absolutely just gut me. Like I would be over it. I would quit. I would be like, he does not get the satisfaction to even take me out. I would be over it. 10 years. This man has been applying every year. Has watched Canada, has watched US. He has dreamed to be on this show. And he gets taken out by an obvious dumb ass move that makes 0 sense. Like, I feel so bad. I will say, like, Dinis himself, I would have liked a little bit more from him just in the game. I feel like he wasn't as active. He was kind of like left out of any of the major conversations in those earlier weeks, which kind of led to this. I also feel like he really should not have won both of those vetoes back to back. Like, one is fine, but winning the second one and using it, like, I mean, he should regret it. He should not have done it because it led to this. He should just let Vivek go home. And hung it up from there. Like, I do think there were certain things that Dinis could have fixed, but like I just feel like this wasn't his time. Like, I feel the same way about Donna at the time. It was not her time to really go. I think overall I'm gonna end with a 3 on Dinis. I think I would be a little bit, higher. Well, I wouldn't be much higher, probably like a 4 if this didn't happen. But it's like,
You know what? I'm not going to kick him while he's down because he's down bad. And it's not his fault that Vivek is a pick-me. And he is the biggest pick-me that I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, he is such a pick-me, okay? That is definition of what a pick-me is. I'm going to give Dinis, just because I'm going to take into consideration that he's been auditioning for the past 10 years and he persevered and he still got in. And in the early days, it's really hard to make moves or have a say when you don't have power and when you don't have numbers. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to kick him while he's down. And he did try. And at least he could leave and said he won a veto and he made some moves,
And he played hard.
And the way he's campaigning to stay, it's admirable. Like it's admirable, because I would have cussed out everybody in that house and told them, like, Spicy V's a rat. Anthony knows everything.
Yep.
Like, I would have been doing that all week. So
all week.
I agree. I feel like with Dinis, I feel the same way I felt with Donna and Janine, which was if they were in a game, where there wasn't literally one of the best players ever in it, that they probably could have been in a totally different universe where it didn't happen. Because truly, Dinis didn't go home because of Vivek. Dinis went home because of Anthony. And you playing in here with one of the greats. If the greats wasn't here, Dinis would probably be good. He'd probably be Gucci. If he was just in last season, he probably would have did better. And it's like, I kind of feel like, okay, I can't knock you too much because of that. Also, because the move is so ridiculous, I feel less bad about Dinis. Like, this just should have never even happened. This shouldn't even be in the consideration. The fact that it's happened, it's like, I feel less bad about it. I will say, I do feel like he didn't have to make himself a target by winning the vetoes. He kind of said, I mean, I'm already a target as it is. I'm gonna just win them anyways. And it's like, hold on, because that's not true. But he did it anyways. And then when he was talking to Vivek and he was throwing out everybody's name, and he was like, shit, I might win this veto too. Vivek was like, hold on, you gonna win this veto too? You don't even have, because at the point, I mean, he should have. But at that point, it's like, it's seeming like you don't even have to win it. And you were willing to win it even when you didn't have to. Don't like that. Don't like his campaign either. And it's no shade, but I don't like his campaign because he's campaigning. His campaign is, look, girls, I'm here because I'm going to take out the boys, especially Anthony. And it's like, time out, because your main thing is Anthony has everybody wrapped around his finger. And it's like, okay, if Anthony has everybody wrapped around his finger, why the fuck would you campaign to take out Anthony, who has everybody wrapped around his finger? If everybody's wrapped around his finger, then why is everybody hearing you say you're going to take him out? Like, you don't think that's going to, you think that's going to save you? So I feel like the way he's campaigning, it might work for a Bayleigh, and it might even work because Spicy V is so cracked and she's working with 2 other people and they're kind of being cracked too. It might work, honestly, but I don't like it either way. Even if it works, I didn't like it. So I feel bad. I feel like he shouldn't have went home. So I'm gonna give him 3.5. I'm giving him 3.5. Next is who? No shade, but next is Elijah. How you feel about Elijah?
Pawn Star.
I really, you know what? Like, there are some people, right? Whenever they cast a season, and I'm just like, how did this person get there? And he is like he's that person for me. And I'm just like, how did you get here? Like, what is the reason for you to come here and take up space? Like, your furniture, and you're proud of it. Like, I just don't like that. It's so annoying. It's so annoying,
Not proud of it.
I tell you, like, I came here today. I was like, you know what? I'm older now. I'm better. I'm going to be nice and not say anything mean. And I really just can't, like...
Look, somebody gotta get it. They gotta get it sometime.
I just don't like. If I'm going to give him a 2.
Yeah.
Him and Tola, they could please take them out. Just go. I give him a 2. Like I just don't, and I feel like the way I'm rating these people is not the same as your rating. I completely missed the rules.
No, it's all good. You're doing fine. It's doing perfectly fine.
Doing good. No, because I feel like the guests, they always come and they're like, "What do y'all be doing?"
Every time we give it right, and they be like, "Oh." But no, honestly, I agree with the 2, and this is really bad because I feel he's an interesting case because I was thinking, oh, he's in the alliance. He's kind of positioned well, even though he's playing bad. But no, he's not positioned well. That alliance don't give a fuck about him. They ready to vote him out now, next to Bayleigh. So it does not matter. And he volunteered to go on the block. Like you said, he's happy to be on the block. That's weird. What are you doing? He's like volunteering for it. He's like, okay, I'll do it. And he's annoying people. Like people are getting annoyed by him so much so that they're willing to vote him out, even though he's in a named alliance with them. They're like, I don't give a fuck about the named alliance. You can go over Bayleigh, who's not even, no shade to Bayleigh, but she's not even like that valuable compared to you. Like, it's not even a big difference. And they're still like, we'd rather have Bayleigh. And it's like, okay, that's actually very, very bad. You're not playing good. You don't have anybody backing you. Nobody really cares to defend you like that. Anthony was defending you more so because he didn't want Bayleigh to, like, it was a lot of other stuff going on with that. They were being crazy. But it's just the 2. I just don't see much promise.
Right.
Yeah, I just give people 2s when I don't like them.
But I feel like with Goose, like, I'm not gonna give him a 2, but I will give him a 3. I just feel like I mean, honestly, for all the reasons y'all said, I just feel like, you know, he's not in any immediate danger. But at the end of the day, like, what is his game plan? Like, just genuinely, I've never seen so many people in a season so content without being in a real alliance or real like I don't. It doesn't seem like even though they kind of named the directors, they haven't been in the alliance chats. They haven't been too much sharing information. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like everyone's just like content being there. Like, and it's like, okay, girl.
Embarrassing.
It is very embarrassing. Contrary to that, I will say Matthew. I did like Matthew. We gave Matthew a 5 last time.
Why?
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. The reason is, I feel like the reason is different from Elijah.
Why'd you do it?
Different from Elijah. I think Matthew. He actually is in those game talks. There was like scenes in the Digital Daily where he's actually talking, or fuck who he talks to. Anthony and Spicy V are willing to give him the information. Elijah was shocked that Dinis was the renom. His mouth was dropped genuinely. Matthew knew who the renom was. He knew who the initial nominees was. He knew what they were going to do. He knew the plan, same as last week. And I think that maybe his proximity to Anthony is why I feel so highly to him. You know what? That is what it is. It's his proximity to Anthony. Because if you're Anthony's literal number 1 outside of Victoria, which I think Matthew is, that's a great position for you, even if you're not doing a lot yourself, which he isn't. He does have Lexus. And honestly, at this point, Lexus might be a buffer for him. I thought he was a buffer for Lexus, but from what I'm hearing, Spicy V is walking around saying, if we got to take one of them out, it should probably be Lexus instead of Matthew. And Anthony was like, you mean Matthew instead of Lexus? She was like, no, it should probably be Lexus first, because Lexus will never, she's never in this reason don't even make sense. But anyways, so Matthew might even stay longer than Lexus, who's in the hot chocolates, which is crazy. So that's good. He's not doing a lot himself, but he's included in a lot of plans. He's so close to Anthony. He's actually included in the alliance conversations. So I'm gonna keep him at the 5. Ika, what you gonna give him?
Listen, if we are like staying on trend with like giving people 2s that I don't really like or care for, you know, like,
consistency,
I'm going to stick to that trend. I just don't, when I look at the players, right? I look at players who are like standalone. Like if if Anthony wasn't there, Victoria wasn't there, who are these people that I'm going to remember and like besides having them attached to people that I like, you know? Like Bayleigh's one of those people that like she would be a standout person for good or bad reasons, but she's going to stand out. Donna, she's going to stand out. Whereas like Matthew,
who
I don't really care for him. Like even the showmance that he's in is not even giving. Like you're in a literal showmance and you're still
bland.
Yeah, it's giving crickets.
I'm going to give. Wait, hold on. Wasn't he the same person who said like he wants people to remember the last name Wong? Oh my god.
He did say that because his
last
name was
like
Wong.
baby.
Well, y'all got the same last name.
Y'all could be cousins. Like
so the last name is already remembered, baby. Like
period. I mean, that's not even a discussion.
Like I'm going to say I want to give him a 2 because I just don't care for him. I don't care that he is a soldier for somebody.
Period. And I do think like a lot of the 5 is based. Cause I agree with the 5 only because of the position.
Yeah,
like the position for Matthew. Like I don't think he's gonna be targeted too soon. I will say the girls are bringing up the whole Lexus Matt thing. I just don't know if they'll actually just do the move. You know, I feel like it may be too early for that, but clearly they'll do anything. So I don't know.
And you know what? I'm going based off what makes sense because it doesn't make sense for them to take. Matthew actually does trust Spice. If you like that's not smart, but he actually does. So it's like logically she shouldn't take him out, but honestly she might. So he might not even be as safe as I'm saying, but I'm just going based off of he's in this fake alliance and they're actually telling him so much information. They shouldn't take him out when Tola and Todd and like, Vivek are there, but they might do.
Anthony really likes him though. You could tell.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the difference between Matthew and like Elijah or a Tola or Todd is that he's way too interconnected. It's not gonna be as easy to take him out. And like that's
Lex is not voting. Oh, she's gonna be nominated.
Oh my god. Let's not even talk about that like it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But like Anthony, like when he was talking to Spicy V, like that's what she questioned. He questioned him, like, you're worried about Matthew. Why don't y'all take out Todd, someone who would nominate 2 hot chocolates? Like Matthew is not gonna touch the hot chocolates or anyone in the directors. So I don't know why they're worried about him at all.
Yeah, because he thinks he's in alliance with them, even if he isn't. Even if y'all don't trust him, and that's what Ika, you said it. Spicy V's operating off of what she would do. She don't give a fuck about alliance. She'll take out anybody. Other people genuinely think of alliances as something. Matthew and Elijah not touching y'all just because they think y'all are with. Girl, we on her now. Ika, what you giving Spicy V?
Why are you gonna be first? Okay. I'm going to give her because listen, without Spicy V, we really don't have a show.
Clock it.
Right? Like without her, whether we like it or not, or the game moves or not, she is giving us things to talk about. Because who else is entertaining? Like, you know, as unhinged as the behavior is. I'm going to give her. Who did I give a 7 to Dennis? Okay, because because I can't kick him while he's down. I'm going to give her a 6.5.
Okay.
Because I do think she's in a good position, even after all of her actually, let's give her a 7 because this is actually incredible. She's in a good position after all her antics. She will be the reason why she actually goes home, which is like just control. And she is like, she's giving us things to talk about. Like if she wasn't there, nobody else is entertaining. Anthony is entertaining in a more mastermind way, but it's boring. Right. Where Victoria is so chaotic, where it's like, okay, like she's so unpredictable, which makes that kind of player fun to watch.
I agree.
So I will give her a 7 because you know what? Like she is really nice in real life.
Period. So that's good. I'd love to talk to her.
In real life, she's nice. She is. But now, so this is the thing. When I watch it, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Are you nice in real life, or
are you lying to me like you lying to me?
Are you with me, or do I just think you're with me?
Or does she be eating that up?
She be eating y'all up.
Lee, how you feeling?
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I feel like I would enjoy it more if I felt like my faves wasn't in danger. Because
she's saying Lex's name.
She's saying Lex's name. She's talking about Anthony. I'm like, hold your horses, babe. Hold your horses. And like I've said this before, I just feel like this behavior will lead to her ruining her own game, probably making more enemies. And it's just like, even if she does last all the way to final two, which I think is possible, how many bridges are you going to burn to get there? And I feel like it could be all of them. Like, she can flip on Anthony here, she can flip on Kayla here, flip on Avery another day. Like, no one is safe. And I think that's my biggest fear, is because, like, even though she's in a great position, it's like, it's not stable because her gameplay is not stable. And like, I don't know where that's going to go. But right now, like, she is really in a good position. I feel better after the move with Donna last week. And I feel like she's still not going to be touched for a minute. So I feel good with the 6.5.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm not going to lie. I came into this and I was hurt. Because as soon as you say my man name, that's family.
Oh my
that's
God,
literally my husband. So when you say his name, it's already okay. Like, ooh, like the clicks start clicking. Like, I start feeling a little wrong. And then you saying my girl Lexus name, I already had to talk to Donna about that. I was like, hold on, Donna. And the extra interview, I was like, hold on, Donna, because you said my girl name. So it's like, y'all, you saying a lot of names, Victoria. But let me calm down, because you're right. Strategically, she is still in a very good position. She has all the girls. They locked in with her for real for no reason. She done got Vivek. She did a lot of, even Lexus, she did a lot of work with Vivek. Matthew and Lexus want her in the final four with her. She has a final three with Kayla and Avery. She has a final five with Bayleigh in it. She has a final four with Vivek. Dinis don't think she got nothing to do with it. It's like everybody feels really good about her.
Bayleigh trusts her again. It's like, ooh.
But she don't feel good about everybody else. So, and I feel like, because like you said it, she has control over her own game. And you said you like that. I don't like that, because her having control over anything, it's like, whoa, you got control. You can go off the rails, baby. Like, I wouldn't want her driving my car, my Uber, or anything like that. Because we might go anywhere. And I think that's the issue. And it's like, because she's unreliable and she said my man name, I'm just not gonna I can't hit that 6. That
his
6
man.
Right.
That 6 is just too high for me.
She don't get the 6?
That's too high for me.
Oh,
so I'm gonna give her the 5.5.
Okay. Oh, please.
Right?
She's so biased.
It's no. She said, Avery, if you win the next choice, you can take out Anthony. Terrible move for her. But right now, her egging on the girls potentially taking out the one person who's really protecting her heavily right now. If Anthony's gone, Lexus, Matthew, Vivek, Tola, Todd, none of them people she has, and she's willing to take him out, or she's egging it on, it's a 5.5.
Okay, let me ask you before we continue. Who is your favorite player and who is your least favorite player?
Right here in this game?
Yeah.
Favorite player, honestly, it's not Anthony. It's Kayla. Because I feel like I just enjoy Kayla's gameplay because she's new. Anthony, I've seen it. I get it. I know it. You eat it up. Congratulations. Kayla, she's a newer player, and I really like her gameplay. It would have been Dinis, but he's going home. I don't even want to say him. Least favorite player, Avery, because you a follower and you remind me of Chris. She reminds me of Christmas, but black. She's like the Black Christmas for me, because you're just gonna do.
Yes.
Actually, we're on Avery, so let me get into it. My theory, and I've said this to the last person, I'm gonna say it to you. She reminds me of Christmas Abbott, because the way Christmas Abbott plays this game is she is social with everybody, but it doesn't matter, because she's just going to be loyal to whoever is leading her at the time. And right now it's Spicy V, so whatever Spicy V says goes. If Avery is closest to Dinis, which she literally was, if Spicy V says Dinis has to go, guess who has to go? Dinis. Anybody who Avery's alliance or closest ally says needs to go, no matter how good it is for her game or bad it is for his game, she's gonna do it. And that's exactly what Christmas did. Like, I can't think of a better example. You're just gonna do what your alliance says, no matter who's your friend. Because Christmas and Bayleigh was besties, but Christmas didn't care because she's a terrible player. And I feel like Avery and Dinis are besties, and she don't care because she's not a good player. So I just feel like Avery, she irks me. The way she plays irks me. it's a lot going on there. I don't think she's playing that well. She's letting Dinis, who is an ally, go home. She let Donna go home. She's the main one stopping Dinis from staying. When Dinis staying could be helpful for her game more than even Spicy V's. She don't want that to happen at all. She's shutting it down now because Miss Spicy V told her to. So that's what she's doing. Don't like that for her. Her position I thought was good socially, but from what we're hearing on the digital dailies, Kayla's more good socially. Kayla was the one who was in that fake alliance with Vivek. Avery not even in it no more. So it makes me feel like your social prowess is only connected to Victoria. People associate her with that. So if someone wants to take a shot at Victoria, it's gonna be you. Before it's Victoria, and that's not good for you. I don't like a lot of those qualities. She's still in this girls thing. She's still in the hot chocolate. So those are good position wise. But the gameplay, I'm not loving. So I'm gonna give her a 5.
So you're gonna give her a 5. And who's your least favorite and favorite player?
I feel like favorite, I have to say Anthony, only because like ever since like BB23, I was done rooting for the flop players. I can't do it. Like I have to be on the winning team because if I'm going to enjoy this, I have to be on the winning team. And then least favorite is definitely Todd because I just like he's giving me nothing, and I feel like he's going to be the person that win an HOH and take out a fave of mine.
Oh, he won't ever do that.
The fuck off.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Avery might do that before him, and that's what pisses me off. Did you already say your favorite least? You did. You said your shredded lettuce.
I would, yeah. I mean, my favorite, like, it's so hard because, like, I want to like the new players, but there's none of them that I would even like. I wouldn't even like any of them if Spicy or Anthony wasn't there. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, like that's my girl. Like that's maybe I would see them play differently if they weren't there, and I would like them more. But how they're playing right now with them there, it's hard to really root for any of them and say, oh, that's my girl or that's my guy because they're not giving me anything to really work with. So I'll give it a few more weeks. I would say I'm rooting for, like, if I'm going to say the best game player, it's definitely Anthony. Like, I'm rooting for him. He's playing overall just such a great game. You know, like, I'm not sure if it will catch up to him, but right now he's playing a good game. And I know it makes people mad, but like, you can't
stay mad, ho.
Get over it.
Not stay mad. You can't be mad at somebody who's going in and taking advantage of their opportunity. It's these people, the other ones that you should be angry at, who's going in and not taking advantage of their opportunity. Like, who goes on a show to be like a puppet and a follower? That's embarrassing. The whole thing's embarrassing.
To add on to that, because literally a lot of the reasons why these newbies are flopping is because from day one, they did not clock that Victoria and Anthony were working together. I don't know how they don't know that. That two people who are returnees from the same motherfucking show are not
and they live in Toronto, like they're from the same city.
You fucking for real.
They have pictures on Instagram together.
Like, you don't think they met up at one of these events? Like, come on, they're two huge names in the alumni. Why do y'all not think? And they come out of the house like, no shade to Donna Janine, but it's like, I did not expect it. And it's like, how? I'm so curious how. Like,
I mean, I will say, I did not expect for Spicy to follow Anthony this blindly.
Girl,
like it is. She's blind.
Speaking of blind followers.
Okay, Avery. You guys,
that was a nice way to wrap it back in.
Right? Speaking of blind followers, you guys know that I'm giving twos to people I don't like, and I don't care if there's logic. I don't care if there's logic that they'll stay longer, that they're in a good position. She's gonna get a good. Vivek got a 1.5. I just don't like her.
She said not even a 2. She said not even a 2.
Because she can't be the same as the others. She got to be below.
You know, I don't. And this sucks because I feel like in real life, of all of them, she'd probably be somebody who'd be so nice and like, you know, I'm gonna feel bad giving her the 1.5. But at this present time, your character on the show, I don't like you. And I didn't like her 2 weeks ago. I'm like, is anybody else seeing this or is it just me?
That was me one.
Off rip from the beginning. I actually never liked her.
You know what? I'll tell you what I didn't like her. I didn't like her when I think the whole Donna thing went down.
Right.
I didn't like how she just got a boost of whatever she thought. She thought she was a boss, and the way she was speaking to people, I'm like, but hold on. Like, I'm so sorry. who are you? I'm sorry, but like Spicy B's assistant, calm down. Relax. Okay.
And then everyone knows her as that. Like, that's not gonna help you. How you gonna win?
Right. And on top of that, like Spicy and Anthony be dogging her out. Like they be talking, they be like, I mean, the way she be talking about how she plays, she tell too much information. Like we don't know how far she gonna go. Like,
but Spicy's want to talk about tongue information. Like, girl, you're the leader of telling. You know, girl. Spicy wants to be the only rat. She doesn't want any other rats.
That's what I'm saying. How you feeling about Avery? She's not safe neither. She's really not safe either. I just feel like with Avery, really the people in the Hot Chocolates is like their position as well. Technically, they've been running the game for the last, well, not even technically, they've been running the game for the last 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really good because she's a part of that structure. Really, with Avery, it's going to be a long-term thing with her. Like, I think once we get into jury, that's when I'll start, looking deep into like how can she actually win, because it's not really there. But for right now, she is in the structure. I do think that she's not going to be someone necessarily targeted right now. So I'll stick with my 6.
Period.
I'm giving her a 1.5 for me. I just don't. I can't. Not,
You have to reiterate it. Make sure
make sure mine says 1.5.
Okay, next is Lexus, which is an interesting one. Mm-hmm. Ika, how you feeling about Lexus?
You know what? I don't really see much of Lexus, right? I see her with Matthew a lot, but I think she seems to be in a decent position when Spicy's not trying to ruin it. Right? She does like
that ass though.
You know what I mean? But like she doesn't she doesn't really give me anything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I love her so much. But she's pretty, so I want to give her like a 6.
Period. And honestly,
I like all the pretty people.
Literally, period. Or Lee, how you feeling? How you feeling about her? Actually,
I mean, that literally what I could just say, because last week she was in a great position because Donna was going home and all of Spicy B focuses on her. But now that Donna's out, it's back to Lexus and the position looking kind of shaky, because I do think that Spicy is going to keep mentioning Lexus and Matt and problem. Lexus and Matt is a problem. So I feel like eventually they will be nominated. And I don't feel like she'll go. It doesn't make any sense to vote her out over Matt, especially for the Hot Chocolates. But anything is possible in this game. It just sucks because like the closer she gets with Matt, the less time she's just naturally going to spend with other people. And they take all of that as negative. So they're just going to continue to take that as negative. And Lexus, like, she's a bad bitch. Like, she's not worried about any of them. She's minding her business. She's with her man. She's getting her bag. Body is tea. She's not worried about them. But so she's not going to ever, I feel like, get into a space of, I have to act like this to appease them. And that's going to continue to hinder her. Should I go lower? I'm scared because it's such a lot of negativity. So it's definitely not going to be the 6.5. But because of the Hot Chocolate core, I'll give it the 6. But child, she's in danger.
You're in danger, girl.
You in danger, girl. Like,
danger, girl. I'm very scared for her. I'm even scared for her next to Matt, because you know how Victoria get.
Oh my God.
I don't know. And I do think her and Matt can be nominated together very easily. Might even be next week. You never really know with this cast. And that scares me a lot. And I feel like also on Lexus's end of it, I don't think she's interested in changing the way she's playing. I don't think she's going to shift. First of all, I don't think she's playing bad because she is in this core. She is in those lines. Like I said, unlike Victoria, she is actually loyal to the people that she's with. She's actually in the alliance that she's with. She's rocking with them. So I think she thinks what she's doing right now is good enough, but it ain't. So I feel like it could just lead her down to getting taken out. I don't want her to. I think she's still in a cute position. So I'm gonna give her the cute 5 and keep it right there. Honestly.
A 5? Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
I see it.
You know what? I feel like she gives like hair and fashion, and like somebody has to give it to us.
Come on. Yeah,
so I think a 6. She deserves a 6.
And that's why she has to say, because who's gonna give it to us when she goes? They already got
I'm definitely rooting for her. So it's a rooting 4 or 5. Avery was a you can go home 5. Next is Kayla. Lee, how you feeling about Kayla?
Miss Kayla, I feel like I feel higher about Kayla because I feel like in the digital dailies, I personally wasn't getting enough to make me feel like, okay, Kayla is that girl for real. Because I feel like I had such high expectations for Kayla. And then as the game goes on, I'm seeing a lot of conversations where I feel like she's overthinking things. And maybe, like I didn't like the Donna move for her. I don't necessarily like the Dinis move right now for her. But she does have so many connections in the game where I think it's positive. Her biggest blind side is going to be, I feel like, Anthony and Spicy, because in their personal conversations about Kayla, you can tell like they kind of got an issue with how good she is social. Like people in the house are saying they're her number one, they love her. I don't see how she is going to get targeted by anyone outside of them too, and unless Spicy she started dropping her C's, and I do feel like she may run into that issue, but if not, I feel like she was have a player out of the hot chocolates. Like she could be in the end game with Spicy or Anthony and could still clutch a win potentially, but I would like to see a little bit more individuality. I feel like she still is getting too caught up in the overthinking with Spicy and Avery, and I don't like that because it's going to lead to, I feel like, more decisions like Donna, like Dinis, that I don't personally think is 100% best for a Kayla. Like that works for Anthony, it works for Spicy because she's kind of connected to Anthony, but like it doesn't 100% work for Kayla. And I want to see her maybe get an HOH to kind of like show me like, okay, she's really playing for herself. Like I want to see more just self-interest a little bit. But in general, I think she's in a pretty good position. So I'll give this 6.5.
Period. Ika, how you feeling?
You know what? I don't really see much of her as well, but like on the live, you know what it is? When I was, remember that week where like Spicy V convinced them that like Donna was the devil, and they convinced themselves that Donna was also the devil, and it's like the way they sat there and cried and made up these things in their minds.
Girl.
Like it really turned me off of like that's when I started disliking Avery. It really just turned me off of them as a whole. But I think she is in a good position, but Anthony and Spicy seems to be jealous of that position that she's in. Like they seem to like, because nobody could be number one besides them. So they don't like that. I'm gonna give her a 6 as well. She has nice hair. She's pretty.
Period. I do like Kayla and I do like her position. Because of how I'm hearing how she's so close with a lot of people, specifically the outsiders. Like specifically, they said Avery, Vivek, and I think Elijah, somebody else, all said that they feel like Kayla is their number one. The issue is now Spicy and Anthony know that, and Anthony is very jealous because Anthony was talking about a totally different. No, Victoria was like, oh, by the way, the girls need you to ensure them that you will be willing to take out Matthew and them, and he was like, oh. Of course, Kayla, number one fan of everybody who everyone loves. Of course, Kayla's so everybody's best friend. Thinks that, and it's like, oh please, Anthony, you're jealous because my girl is eating it up. But anyways, I do think Kayla is eating it up, and we're kind of now hearing about it. I agree. I don't love the Donna and Dinis moves, but what makes me feel kind of more like I feel better with her and Spicy V doing it than Avery because now I know they have other connections. They have a whole Final Four with Vivek. And that's good. If Vivek win a veto, maybe he'll use it just because he has this Final Four. She just used the veto on Bayleigh. So of the people in the girls, I feel like Bayleigh might now start saying Kayla's her number one. We've seen Donna feel like Kayla was her number one in the past. And I feel like the way Kayla works, she can make Bayleigh feel like she's her number one easily. So I just like her potential. I like her possibilities. I like that people like her. I'm gonna give it a 7. I am.
Okay.
Now, okay. Now,
it's your man. It's your man.
It is. Okay, you can go first. How you feeling?
You know what? I'm going to give Anthony a strong 8. Right now, I think like it's hard to. It's a long game. It's a marathon. It's a long ways to go. Right. I think right now how he's playing, he is just playing flawlessly, egotistically. I know it rubs some people the wrong way, but he's going to do what he's going to do. How I think as time goes on, he needs to be very careful because when you start making smart moves early on, it scares people later on because they start thinking of ways of like, okay, like, and this is pre-jury moves. Okay. Like you need people to kind of see some crazy moves after jury when time's running out and they're scared to touch you. Like there's so many people in the house right now that the moves that he's making, like they should take it in and be like, yo, that's genius. That's scary. Like it's scary how good he is, and be very wary of it. And if they are, then he's in trouble. But for this week and for now, I think he's such a great player. I couldn't leave here and give him anything less, even if his position might change later on. He's just a really good player, so he deserves it.
Yeah. Lee, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really high on Anthony. Like I'm debating on like should it be a 10, child? Should it be a 9, 8? Because like I that is a big fear of mine. Like his threat level isn't necessarily managed the best. People are threatened by him, and I can see it being a consistent that he has to deal with as the game moves forward. But I just feel like I don't know. Like he's clearly very intelligent, and like the way he has these connections like spread out through the house. It's hard to even bring up targeting him without it getting back to him. Like, it's going to get back to him somehow. Like, the only way at this point, I think, for him to be taken down is for Spicy to fully flip on him, which I don't think she'll be able to do successfully, even if she tries. No shade. So it's just like, I just think that he's kind of unstoppable a little bit. Like, I don't see anything really slowing him down. And this week, like, I've heard about it, but I never watched it live. And watching it live, girl, like him just giving out the scripts, like, girl, I felt like I was watching BB history in the making. I'm gonna go with the 9. I think he deserves it this week. Like, it's not perfect because he really is a target. Slightly, like his name is getting brought up in a lot of people's mouths, but I don't think they can do anything about it. So it's a 9.
I actually really agree. I agree with both of y'all. I really agree with Lee. I'm gonna give him a 9 as well.
I bet you. We knew you would.
Girl, no, I'm surprised it's not a 10.
No, I'm gonna give him a 9 as well.
I thought he was at 11.
No, because I'm real. I'm very real, especially with the people who I'm fucking with heavy. Because last week I gave him the lowest score of 6.5, and the reason I am gonna stop at the 9 is because I'm afraid of, like what you said, I could, like, your moves happening right now so early, it gives people so much time to decide, think, plan, and then take your ass out. And the issue with Anthony is he's actually obvious. Everyone knows he's the reason Janine, Donna, and Dinis are going home. Why does every single person, down to the no shade, but the people who aren't even that smart, like who I wouldn't expect to even know, like Todd, like even Todd knows. It's like, girl, you got to be a little bit. And I think it comes down to him not being as humble as I feel like in a cast of newbies you might need to be. If this was All Stars, it's like everybody's gonna be being, that way. Or even if you had half, like your season, Ika, it's like everybody being a little bit big and boisterous. They trying to prove something. This season it's just you and Spicy V. Everybody else, this is their first go around, so they're gonna get scared of you eating them up. Like they know you're eating them up, and they're gonna get scared of it. So I just feel like he needs to be way more discreet, and I don't know if he will, because I don't think that's like his personality. But this move this week was phenomenal. The fact that Vivek and Dinis were whispering about how they need to target Anthony, and then the next day Vivek put Dinis on the block because Anthony made him. It's like, oh, you ain't getting no better than that. Like he's eating that up. So even if he go home next week, he's still my man. He's still one of the best players ever, and it's not gonna change. But he's not going home anytime soon at all. So yeah, it's gonna be the 9 for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see who's going to. I don't see who's going to target Anthony, and like I don't see who's going to get him out. I mean, but they should really put 2 and 2 together. Like if you say his name and it gets back to him, obviously it's Victoria. Like because who else would it be? Like you're saying the name to her, and I think even Donna. Bayleigh is like she doesn't even want to say Anthony's name like anymore because she's just like, no, I'm gonna work with him. It's like, oh my gosh, like like this is
that poor girl.
They're scared, so scared.
Yeah.
But when you have when it's one person giving him information, but they think it's like he has like rats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They think he has ears everywhere.
But really,
and it really is spicy.
Spicy. Child. So I put them in order. We gave out our first 0 of the year. Shout out to Vivek.
I hope you guys keep it there week after week, even when I'm not here. Keep him right there till he goes home.
I mean,
we'll see if anybody else gets one.
Next week's.
Honestly, we'll see if anybody else gets one this season. Honestly, we might be giving out a few more zeros. Thinking of what
I mean, that whole bottom 4 can get zeros. No shade.
That's what I'm saying. The bottom 4, a lot, and then we out at the bottom. Elijah, Tola, Todd, the does no shade. Then we got Bayleigh, the person in the bad position, and then everyone else is kind of like playing okay. But
generous queen,
I wouldn't say Matthew. But really, the top 6 is literally the hot chocolates and Dinis. And Dinis is going home.
And Dinis is going home.
That tells you about the game.
I couldn't kick him while he was down, you know.
It's okay. Generous queen. We love it.
Yeah, no, but this is cute. This is cute little right now, like in order or whatever. But period. Ika, do you have any more thoughts on just the season overall? Because we mainly talked about the week, but any more thoughts on this season?
You know what? I mean, I don't want this season. Like, I want it to be a good season. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's hard to be like, oh, like I don't want people. I want Anthony to win, but I want it to be a good season where he's not just like steamrolling the entire season. Mm-hmm. I don't want it being like a Paul season. Like I did not enjoy that season at all. I think, you know, like he deserves to have a good season, but it's going to get a little bit like, okay, like here we go again. Like if we don't get some sort of like rivalry or pushback. So I do hope it picks up in that way. And like I hope Spicy V could turn things around and redeem herself, you know, show the people that she is a very nice person who doesn't hate women. Like
we're hoping for the best. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I agree. I hope it's not a steamroll. I'm excited for the rest of the season though. I'm here. I'm actually excited. I didn't think I'd be this excited. I'm here. Right. Maybe it's because my man's here. I don't know. But
because of your man, that's why.
but I'm here. I'm excited for the season. Ika, thank you for coming on.
No, thanks for having me. I had so much fun. Guys, I had so much fun. I have not done one of these in like years. You know, Spicy V cornered me and I did her podcast. It was, guys, a funny story. So I did her podcast because you know what? Listen, all jokes aside, she shows me so much love always. She never dissed. And she asked me, she's like, hey, can you do my podcast? It was very early on when she started. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll support you. And when we ended the show, she was like, hey, if I get to my 50th episode, can you interview me? And, you know, I'm thinking like, sure, girl, that's so far away. Like, I'm like, you know, tell me why. She was like, hey, yeah, the 50th episode, it's tomorrow. Like, you said you would do it. I was like,
she got you real bad.
She got you bad.
She did not let me off the hook, but I had so much fun with you guys. You guys have such a great show. You guys are so positive and funny. And one thing with you guys, you could carry a show. You don't even need a guest. You could carry a show.
Thank you.
You guys are so good. I couldn't say no. I love you guys.
Appreciate it. Oh my god! No, that means a lot coming from you. Like, you know, like, girl, because like, I don't know. Like, I was telling Pharaoh this on the podcast. Like, watching BB Can 5, watching BB Can 2. It's just like I'm always stand you down on television. So the fact that you're showing that support and coming on the platform, I live. Like, I can't.
Of course, no, it's important to show people support that really support you. Like, you guys always. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so funny. I'm like, why am I not following them? Follow.
You're so sweet. All right, y'all, get into Ika. Ika, are you doing anything that you want the girls to stay tuned with, like your social media?
You know, I'm trying to keep my little life private, so it's okay.
Okay, period. Don't follow her nowhere. She's very on her own.
Very exclusive.
All right, y'all. We are covering Big Brother Canada all season every Tuesday. Subscribe to us at the Reality Kingdom. We're also doing the eviction interviews every Thursday. We're covering Survivor and we're covering the Amazing Race. So get into us or whatever. And thank you for keeping it real with the Kingdom. We're out. Bye.